How you doing today, Hart Gasper? Appreciate you coming by. How you doing, Hart Gasper? Appreciate you stopping in and visiting with us. Appreciate you stopping in and being here today. Hope you're having a great day. Hello, KK. Hey, Sonia. Appreciate everybody coming by. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? Venom for your life. What's going on? How you doing today? Sorry, just dealing with a bad tooth. I hear you. Sonia says, just got done washing the camper. I got you. Venom for your life. Just dealing with a bad tooth. Oh, I hate that for you. Zombie Queen, how you doing? How you doing, Zombie Queen? I hope you're doing great today. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for stopping by and visiting, Zombie Queen. I appreciate you. I truly do. Thank you so much. KK says 85 here, got more rain coming. Dang, rain, rain, rain. Yep, I hope everything's good for you, Zombie Queen 7. Thank you so much for coming by and visiting with us. We've been missing you too. Saw you were on. It's been a while since I've been on. I hear you, Venom for life. We've been missing you too, Zombie Queen. I hope you're staying safe and I hope you're doing well, my friend. I truly do. I truly do. There's Dude Love in the live stream. Dude Love in the live stream. RV DJ's washing the camper. Sonia, how's Papa Smurf today? How's Papa Smurf feeling today? Yep, we're all trying to stay safe, Venom. Trying to stay safe and stay out of trouble. He's fine, no repercussions. I hear you. Well, that's good. I'm glad he's doing well. Glad he's feeling well. You never know when you get some teeth removed how you're going to feel. You never know how you're going to feel. To be honest, I don't like talk down, but not being so good here in zombie world. Always much love to y'all. You don't like talk down, huh? You don't like talk down. Yeah, interesting topic today. Vermont. 3 down, 2 to go, Sonia says. Wow. He needs to do like me and Bruce. Just get them all done. Just get them all done. Get it all over with at one time. Don't like talk sad stuff. I got you, Zombie Queen. I got you. I got you, my friend. Well, I hope everything starts getting more happy for you. I hope everything gets happier for you. I truly do, my friend. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy. Yep, easier to wash. Take out and toss in the cup. That's right. Just take them out, toss them in the cup, drop in the tablet, and you're good to go. Wake up in the morning, pop them back, wash them off, pop them back in, and you're good to go. That's all you got to do. Now, I do have to admit, Vermont, after eating Baby Ruth's, I had to brush mine quite a while. Not with them in my mouth brushing, in my hand brushing, to get all that caramel off my teeth. I had to do a whole lot of brushing. I did. Wash them off is the important part. Yeah. If you eat Baby Ruth's and Butterfingers with them, make sure you got your toothbrush and toothpaste handy, because that's what it's going to take. Either that or a hammer or a chisel to get all the Baby Ruth or the Butterfinger off your dentures. What's up, vegan realist? How you doing today, buddy? Appreciate you stopping by. Hope everything's going well for you, my friend. I truly do. I hope you're staying safe, and I hope everything's going well for you today. Yeah, we got a topic today we're going to discuss here in a little bit. Anyway, a topic. Maybe a jackhammer would work. Probably, Sonia. Take them out. Use veggie spray on them first. I hear you, veggie spray. I haven't tried that yet. Arlene Verdita, appreciate the like and the share. It's still raining over in her part of the world. It's still raining in her part of the world. It is. Rain and rain and rain in that part of the world. It doesn't work, laugh out loud, but I tried. I hear you. Yeah, that caramel from the Baby Ruth, that was a little hard to get off for a while. And any place you got any rough spots on your dentures, that caramel sticks right to it. It sticks right to it. It does. It makes for a mess in your mouth. Muscle Man, what's up, dude? What's up, brother? How you doing today? Muscle Man? Hope you're having a great day. I saw Tony Damien in Vermont's live stream this morning. I was wondering if she got fired yet or not. But Vermont said no, she was just stopping in to say hello. That's what she said in her chat. I don't know if I believe it or not. But yeah, I'm going through and cleaning everything out, KK. I'm cleaning everything out and starting all over. So there's going to be a lot of people that are going to start disappearing as blue. They're going to get, I'm starting all over again. I started on the list, and whoever started coming up first is where I started at. I've got tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of moderators. I have way too many moderators that have access to my channel. So I'm in the process of trying to clean it back up again. I think she was laying down when she called. I hear you, Vermont. Yep, I'm trying to clean my channel back up again. Yeah, KK, back when I used to do the growth streams, after somebody came 3 or 4 times, I made them moderators and made them moderators and made them moderators. And I've got tons and tons and tons and tons of moderators. I've got channels on my channels that are moderators on my channel that I don't even know who they are, where they come from, or nothing else. So I'm just going through and click, 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 click. And eventually, when I get it all cleaned out, I'll start building it back up again. Doing pretty good, brother. YouTube has a new feature for us now. People can super chat on our videos on comments. It's called Super Thanks. You have to enable it from YouTube Studio on monetization. I know some people got it. I don't know if I got it or not, brother. Hold on a minute, y'all. Hold on a minute, y'all. Yeah, I know they had that before, brother, but I think only certain people got it. I have to go back and look at it later. But yeah, I think only certain people. It's been out for a while, but I think Expedition Greg was one of the first people I know that got it. Crystal Pets and Plants, how you doing? Sonia said it's rolling out slowly. Saw a video on it earlier. It was in beta, but we understand it's ready for release. I got you, Jim. Just like your super chats and super stickers. It should be right next to them. Right next to them. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it. It might just be for the bigger channels, y'all. I don't know. Might just be for the bigger channels. It used to be called Applaud. Yeah, I think that's what Expedition Greg was telling me. Lord, months and months and months and months ago. And I thought he was talking about it because he was over 10K. So I didn't know that. Vermont says, I don't have it. Papa Smurf said, that's because they found out about you, Vermont. Probably so. That's what's got me in so much trouble. YouTube found out I was hanging out with that darn Vermont painting photos, and they've been on me ever since. Yeah, that's what I get. It's the ignore him button. I get the ignore him button. That's what I get. January of last year. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Sonia. Because the first person I heard talk about it was Expedition Greg last year. He was the first person that I heard talk about it, was Expedition Greg. It was. So anyway, what's going on? Sonia and Papa Smurf are at the campground. Did you get the grass mowed, Vermont? Did you get the grass mowed? Oh, Lord. Vermont found a friend. Vermont found a friend in the same town as he is. Oh, Lord. Maybe it's that one woman that lives south of you, Vermont. Maybe she moved up next to you. Maybe she moved up to get closer to you, Vermont. Yes, I did, all of it. I hear you. Yeah, it might be one of them people from down south decided to move up closer to Vermont to become his friend. There's one of them out there that you better be careful of. Yeah, there's one of them out there you better be careful of. What's up, Roy? How you doing today, Roy? Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're having a good day. There's one that I'd move to. There's one from your state that I would move to. I used to get a whole bunch of Instagrams. A whole bunch of Instagrams. And I'm telling you right there, if that one moves close to me, I'll pack up and leave the country. Muscle Man still talking about that. Yep. Much better now that the RV tanks have been dumped and it was uneventful. Well, that's always great news to hear that the dumping the tanks was uneventful, my friend. It really, really is. That is great news. Because that when it does become eventful, it's pretty bad. Yeah, there's one up your way that I used to get 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Instagrams a day. I guess I shouldn't say nothing bad about it. Maybe they were trying to save the old hillbilly. Maybe they're just trying to save the old hillbilly. Yeah, that's exactly right, Roy. Yeah, was worried about my soul, I think. There is one good thing about it. At least that person obviously thinks that I do have a soul. There's a lot of people in the YouTube world that does not think that I have a soul. So that's a good thing. Queen of something TV. How are you doing? I don't know who that channel is. I do not know who that channel is. How are you doing, Queen? I don't know recognize who that channel is. I just don't know. So what's everybody got planned for the weekend? I'm cool, thanks, sir. And you? I'm doing fine, Queen. I'm doing fine. So I hope everybody's going to have a great weekend, y'all. Hope everybody's got some plans. Roy, where y'all at? Y'all still at home or are y'all on the road, Roy? I meant to ask you the other day. You were talking about changing oil, but I meant to ask you are you on the are y'all on the road or are you still at home? Muscle Man's going to a concert tonight. Oh, Lord. Muscle Man's going out tonight. Look out. He's going to get all dressed up to go out tonight. Sonia says, work as usual. Yeah, Muscle Man's going to get all duded up and go out to a concert tonight, y'all. Dang, Muscle Man going to get dressed up and go out tonight. That's pretty cool. Lord, I'm sitting here trying to remember. I can't remember when the last concert I went to. Maybe we will have a fire. Oh, Lord, Papa Smurf. The fire department will be calling me tonight. The darn fire department will be calling me tonight. But anyway, guys, Anna M., how you doing? Happy Friday, my friend. Thank you so much for coming to visit. Thank you for coming to visit. Still sitting at the house. Got a few other repairs yet to do. Darn car is giving me fits. They screwed something up when they tried to steal the catalytic converter. I got you. Okay, so please order new shoes for Jim and Sonia. That's right. New to the channel, connect with the host. Thank you, Anna M. Well, there's low humidity here, so my internet should be good tonight, Sonia says. Awesome. Awesome. So anyway, I guess we'll get into a little bit of the topic. So what I was going to do, folks, I just went over my 2 years of posting videos for 2 years. For everybody that doesn't know, I was a lurker. I watched and watched and watched. And then just 2 years and a few days ago, I posted my first video and I started my journey as the Carolina Hillbilly and started my journey of growing my channel. And back then, as all of you know, 2 years ago, there was a bunch of what we called grow streams out there. everybody went to the channels and the host would call out people's names. You'd go in there, tell the host how many you needed to get to your 1K or your 2K or your 3K or 5K. I think the biggest one we helped one channel hit their 16K one night. And I'm not sure what the last number was. Miss Melody, the moderator, used to keep track of all that for me. But I would say it's probably between at least 600 or 700, if not more, channels that we helped on this channel get their 1K. That's just to the 1K. And then we helped a bunch get the 2, 3, 4, and 5K. But anyway, back to the story. 20K was the biggest. I got you. That was that in Gratha de Ortiz? Was that in Gratha de Ortiz, Vermont that night? Or Juval TV, somebody. Anyway, somebody, Vermont says we got the 20K. I don't remember the 20K, but I remember a 16K. But anyway, that's what we used to do. That's what we used to do back in the day. People would come here and we'd have a full house. And, yep, you did, Roy. We'd have a full house, folks. I think the highest I ever had at one time in the live stream was like 169 or 179 people in my chat at one time. That's just how we used to roll back then. Everybody was going to the grow streamers, and everybody was doing it. KK said, I hit 1K here too. Yep, you did, KK. Whole bunch of people hit 1K here, KK. And a whole bunch of people were doing it. I mean, Tree Trimmer was doing it. TR was doing it. Farm All Fanatic was doing it. Blood X was doing it. There was, I hate to leave anybody out, but there was a whole bunch of people that were doing grow streams. Now, back then, there wasn't that many Filipino channels doing it. There was a few. There was a few now, don't get me wrong, but nothing like what there is now. Hey, Napster Larisha, how you doing? Nothing like it is now. The biggest majority of the grow streams seem to have moved overseas. And one of the reasons why everybody stopped doing the grow streams was because YouTube got rid of the go to channel button. If anybody doesn't know what the go to channel button is, used to in the chat, you could click on somebody's name and it would take you to their channel. You could watch a video in full, leave a genuine comment, hit the thumbs up button, and join the person's channel. And that way, by you joining that channel, it would do what we called stick. It would last because you did it the right way. And everybody was doing it. Everybody was doing it. I was doing it. That's what it was all about. Doing live streams 3, 4, 5 hours, lose my voice every night, just calling out channel name. People check and see how many more they needed. I think the most we got somebody one night was, I don't know, I can't remember, y'all, 80, 75 or 80 people, new members to their channel in one night, I think it was. Those were, it was wide open days, y'all. It was wide open days. Yep. Napsal Reese says she remembers those days, and she says, I don't go to grow streams anymore. Well, yeah, that leads me to the second part of it. It doesn't really work anymore, y'all. It doesn't work anymore because people don't do it the right way. They don't join your channel the right way. They'll come to your live stream, type in the channel that they came from, put a pound sign in, and leave, and YouTube doesn't count it. At least on my channel, it does not count. Some of the other channels, it counts. Mine, it does not count. So anyway, 2 years ago, grow streams were a dime a dozen. You could Go there. I met a few good people though. Yeah, that's true, Napster Larisha. Probably, I don't know, Napster Larisha. 1 out of 100, probably 1 out of 100 after they got their number still were coming to my channel. But as soon as they hit their number, they were gone. As soon as they hit the number, you helped them get what they wanted, they left, and I haven't seen them since. It's about 1 in 100. Big Ben Bittner, how you doing? Tony the Tyrant. Tony the Tyrant. I don't know if I know you, Tony. Welcome to the live stream. So yeah, about 1 in 100 would come back to your channel every now and then, say hello, how you doing, you know, or they would try to help, you know, and then, you know, I'd post on my community tab, old family, come and help out the new family. And a lot of those people just didn't come help. Once they got what they wanted, they left and they never came back again. And that's pretty much the way it was on everybody's channel. That's just the way it was. People used to come to me after they'd get their 1K and they would get monetized, and they would, you know, Instagram me, or back then I have Instagram, they'd email me. Now I have Instagram so that people Instagram me and email me. They would email me and say, hey, as soon as I hit my 1K and got monetized, everybody left. They quit coming. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much the way it went. Once people got what they wanted, they disappeared. Then they went out into the YouTube world. Back then, a lot of us had set times. We all had, you know, we didn't want to step on each other's toes. So we tried to reach out to people to get set times that we would do our growth streams. So somebody like TR would always go on before me in the afternoons. And then as TR's stream was ending, I would go live. TR's people would raid me. And then at a certain time, at the end of my live stream, I would go raid somebody else that was live. That's just how we did it. Well, then you start helping so many people hit their 1K, so many people hit 1K, so many people hit 1K. Then they started going live at the same time you were going live. Yeah, I hear you, Vermont. Well, then everybody would start, you know, everybody that you helped get 1K and get monetized, then they would come start going live at the same time you were live. They started competing with you to get people to come to their channels. Iris Cassandra Vlogs. How in the world you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you in forever. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming, Iris. I appreciate it. But that's what happened. And then, like I say, a lot of those people that hit their 1K and got monetized, they would hit me up on email and they would say, I'm not making no money. They would email me and say, hey, Hillbilly, or they'd come in my live stream, or they'd leave a message on one of my videos and they'd say, Hillbilly, ain't making no money. I never went live on YouTube until I got 1K and I got my 4,000 watch hours. I did back then. All I was going to do was use YouTube to go live, and YouTube wouldn't let you go live until you got 1K or 4,000 and your 4,000 watch hours. So I never did a live stream. I didn't have StreamYard, Streamlabs, Melon, none of that stuff. I never did my first live stream until I had 1,000 family members and 4,000 watch hours. And that's when I went live. It took me like 2 months. I think it was like 2 months, 2.5 months from the time I posted my first video till I got monetized. So I started going live. And since day one on this channel, I've always told people, if you're here on YouTube thinking that you're going to be able to quit your full-time job and become a full-time YouTuber, I've always told everybody, until you get about 500,000 family members, and I haven't done the math lately, I don't know if 500,000 family members would do it or not. But you got to have about 500,000 family members. Now, if you want to live in a tent, somewhere, back in the day, you could make $1,500 a month. You could make $1,300 a month, but you didn't make it off of AdSense. You made the money off of super chats. Exactly. Natural research just hit it on the head. Once you get your channel big enough, then you start getting brand deals. You start getting brand deals when you're getting so many views and your channel gets so big, then that opens up a whole nother door for you for brand deals. But back in the day, the way any of us made money each month was mainly off of super chats. It was off super chats. I'll be honest with you. That when we were running the growth streams, people used to give a lot of super chats for you trying to help them get their numbers. So that's what you did. So now that covers the startup and all that. And you're probably not going to get rich unless you get, a great brand deal, or you finally hit 500,000 subscribers and you're getting huge views and you start making a bunch of AdSense. I can tell you that the guy that I know over in the Philippines, he gets 450,000 views a month. 450,000 views a month. And that gets him right around $900 a month. Hey, Naj, on AdSense. But if you go to his channel and watch a video, every couple of minutes, it's an ad. Every couple of minutes, it's an ad. Every couple of minutes, it's an ad. If he does an hour-long video, it seems like you watch 30 minutes of ads. It's just the way it is. Now, here's something from what I'm hearing now. I do not know this for sure because I can't prove it in person, but I'm hearing now a lot of people complaining that I guess they're running ads on their videos and the people are not monetized. But I think that was part of the new change. The new change. Is what I'm hearing. There's ads running on their videos, but they don't get the AdSense because they're not monetized. That's just like the new thing we were talking about yesterday, where overseas people are having to pay taxes on their AdSense money here in the United States, even though they live and are a citizen of another country. All right. So here's another thing. All right. Back when I first started out, I was working full time and made good money. I used to give a lot of super chats, folks. Yep, exactly, Natural Larisha. Most of my ads weren't even in English then. That's right, Sonia. So back in the day, when I was growing my channel, I spent a lot of money on super chats. A lot of money on super chats. A lot of those people I super chatted used to super chat me. I spent a lot of money on super chats, folks. And when I say a lot of money, I mean a lot of money. A lot of money. Back during the growth stream days. Now, one of the things some of the bigger channels used to say is, everybody that helped me get to where I'm at, I'm going to bring you with me. That's what a lot of people said. They say, hey, once I get big, I'm going to take everybody that helped me in the beginning, get me there, and I'm going to take them with me. I'm going to tell you right now, there are several channels that's been in my live stream that hit their 1K in my live stream, and I worked my butt off to help them get to 1K. And a boatload of y'all in this live stream worked your butts off, dropping ads, posting ads, joining channels, sharing their videos, trying to get people to join their channels. Some of those channels got 40,000 people now, y'all. 40, 50, 60,000 people on their channels. At the start of this video right now, I had 4,600 and I think 31 family members. 4,631 people that have joined my channel. Now, are those people good YouTube friends, or are they not good YouTube friends? Or are they appreciative that you helped them get to where they're at? They got their channels up and going. They did an outstanding job of growing their channel and getting people to come to their channel. And I do not have bad feelings towards anybody. I'm just stating facts. A lot of people used to say that. A lot of those channels hit 1K, 2K in my live stream. They're 20, 30, 40, 50,000 family members on their channels. And I'm still at 4,631. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm bitter about it, because I am not bitter. I've said it from day one. The reason I did growth streams was to help people, because people helped me build my channel, and that's all I wanted to do was help people grow their channels. Well, then I got to noticing a lot of people started getting jealous. People would get jealous. People would go to people's channels and lurk, and it's oh God, Hillbilly had 100 and something people in his live stream last night. Well, then next thing you know, some of the people that's exactly, Sonia. You're exactly right, Sonia. Then the name calling starts. The name calling starts. They won't do it in your live stream, but they'll be on somebody else's live stream. And then next thing you know, words start getting used like scammer. Any of y'all heard that? Oh, he's a scammer. Oh, and I'll just talk for myself, because I could go on and on and on about things that have happened to my other really close YouTube friends. Oh, he's a scammer. What's up, Anthony? How you doing today? Yeah, Vermont says sheep. Yeah, he's a sheep. He's an uneducated hillbilly. He's just ripping people off. He's an uneducated hillbilly. Then they started getting brazen enough to put it in their videos. And I'm not going to say exactly what some of them said. It was he hangs around with people of different color. He hangs around with people of different color. E-beggar. That's right, Matt. Yep. E-beggars. There you go. E-beggar. That's another one of the words that went around on there. Oh, e-beggar. He's an e-beggar. And I'll admit, I'll be serious slander in some of them. Absolutely, Vermont. Absolutely, there was. And Matt, I'll agree with that. I don't call people names like that, but there were some people back 2 years ago, every word out of their mouth in their live streams would be, send me money. Here's my PayPal. Here's my Patreon. Here's my Cash App. Here's my something. There'd be a whole ad running in their live stream over and over and over and over. They're begging for money. Begging for money. There used to be some people, oh, I'm not even going to start my live stream until I get X amount of dollars in super chats. I've seen that happen 2 years ago. I hear you, Matt. Hey, T Studio X, how you doing today, buddy? It's a vicious cycle. I've been called a many a name on this lot on YouTube. I've been doxxed, I've been swatted, and I've been called just about every name in the book. Idiot, stupid, uneducated, a sheep. Some names I won't even say on my live stream. I've been called a lot of names. A lot of names. I've only really had 2 real issues with channels. And I'm not going to go into which channels it is. It doesn't matter what channels it is. It doesn't matter. But I've had 2. A lot of people call it a war. You can call it whatever you want to call it. Yep, Vermont got in trouble because he supported my channel. A lot of people that were coming to my channel got talked about because they were coming to my channel. I take that back. I've had 3 problems. I've had 3 problems. And I blocked all 3 of those channels for some of the language they were using about talking about me. And it went on for a long time. It went on for a long time. Finally, on another channel and their live stream, I took it as long as I could take it. I finally blew up. And let them have my piece, what I thought about them. And since then, I haven't lost my temper. Nothing. Now, I can tell you right now, a lot of people that I considered my close YouTube friends, I found out are still going to those channels. Matter of fact, there's 2 people that I thought were my really close friends on YouTube. Don't come to there are actually 3 of them. 3 that I know of for sure that I thought were my really close friends. They don't come to my channel, but they go to one of those other people's channels. And are very active with those channels. Very active with those channels. And that's fine. Don't get me wrong. That's fine if you want to hang out there. But some of the stuff that I've seen that come from some of these people on YouTube, I would never go to the channels again, ever, ever. That's just me. But anyway, that goes back kind of like back to the topic today. Some people are true friends, and some people are true YouTube friends. You'll find that out throughout your time on YouTube. And some people are really not your friends. They're on YouTube. They're just there to get what they can get. And then off they go. I know a lot of my African friends. I used to have a ton of African friends. And I used to go to their live streams, and they used to come to my live streams. A whole boatload of those folks quit because they couldn't make no money. They really thought, and their attitude there was they were going to make it big on YouTube. Now, over in the Philippines, a lot of those channels have taken off. A lot of those channels over there right now are more popular than the growth streams were in the United States 2 years ago. Makes me glad I'm just a supporter. Content creation is hard. I hear you, Papa Smurf. But a lot of those channels are doing really well over there, y'all. They really are. There's some big Philippine channels that are doing really well with YouTube. You just have to be careful. A lot of them will hold contests. Oh, whoever's the highest super chatter today gets their choice of 300 family members, or 1,000 watch hours, or blah 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 blah, whatever. Yeah, exactly, Sonia. It is. You're exactly right, Sonia. You're exactly right, because they're still in that growth stream. They're still in that growth stream mindset. Two of our what we thought were close friends come to courtside and attacked us. The block button can be your best friend. It's not funny watching those channels keep up with the Joneses. I hear you, Roy and Becky. I hear you, Roy. Yeah, I agree, Sonia. You're exactly right. A lot of those channels like that, they do not, if you look at it percentage wise, some of them 40 or 50K channels, when they post a video, I tell you, and it's just not, I'm not trying to be special about this channel, but there's a channel in this live stream right now that gets more views than most anybody that comes to my live stream. And she started her channel the same time I started my channel. And that's Arlene Verdita. She started her channel about the same time I started my channel. I think I hit 250,000 views, and she just hit over 2 million views. Exactly, Papa Smurf. That's exactly right. So anyway, that's what today's topic was about. I just wanted to throw some of the things that's happened to me over the last 2 years in this crazy YouTube world. Sometimes I should have kept my mouth shut. Maybe sometimes I should have spoke up instead of keeping my mouth shut. But there's only really 3 channels that I really didn't keep my mouth shut about, because enough is enough from some people. Enough is enough from some people. It's not worth it. That's why a lot of times I'll say, you'll hear me say on here, YouTube will block some of y'all's comments in my little old bitty small live stream, but yet they let other idiots cuss and carry on and slander people in, and YouTube doesn't do nothing about it. That's the confusing part for me in this YouTube community. People can make racist comments on their channels. Literally make racist comments on their channels. And nothing happens to them. I don't have a racist bone in my body. I love everybody except 3 channels in this that are on YouTube. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. But I love everybody. And I'm here to tell you, when I'm out in public, you'd probably think, oh God, that guy's faking it. He's too nice. He's too nice. When I told this story 100 times. When I was over in the Philippines a couple of years ago, everybody I met on the street, I said, how y'all doing today? Howdy, y'all. Some people got big smiles on their face. Some people said hello back. And some people looked at me like I was an idiot. But that's just the way I am. Exactly, Vermont. That's another situation you get into. I didn't even cover the part about YouTube jail. I don't know if a lot of y'all understand what YouTube jail is. YouTube jail is that when you join more channels than channels have joined you, YouTube blocks you down and won't let you join somebody's channel. And boy, people really get mad at you when that happens. That used to happen a lot on the grow streams. People get mad. I'm here to tell you, they get mad. You might have 50 people join your channel in a grow stream, and you go to join them back. YouTube would say, nope. You've joined too many channels. You got to wait till you get more people to join your channel. YouTube jail. That was a real thing. I don't know if they still got that or not, but it used to happen a lot back in the day. You could only join X amount of channels above how many channels had joined your channel, and they blocked you. You couldn't join no more channels. You ain't got no life outside YouTube. The nanny left. YouTube is what you, I guess the whole moral of this story is YouTube's what you make it, y'all. You can either come on here and run your mouth like I do and use it to relax and have fun and be a babbling idiot, or you can be one of the people that get on here and hate the world, hate everybody in the world, hate every colored person in the world, black, brown, yellow, purple, green, blue. And if you're one of those people, you don't need to be on YouTube. You need to be somewhere else. YouTube is great. I've said it. You guys have heard me say this over and over and over. Where else can you sit right here and go on vacation and never leave the house? You can do it straight from your home. I want to show me Mexico City. You type that in your little search, and 15,000 videos show up about people that have done walking tours of Mexico City. Paris, France. Boom. 1 million videos show up. Walking tours of things and places to go see in Paris, France. Back when I was a kid, we went and broke out we had to try to pick out where we wanted to go if it was a different country. Used to have to go pull out the encyclopedia Turn the pages and look it up and read about it. The encyclopedia tell you what the population was, what their country's tree was, what their country flower was, what insects they got, what the elevation was, how much rainfall they got a year, average temperature for the year, and then you'd get a few paragraphs explaining some of the stuff. It was founded in this year. The Spanish came here, or the British came here. It was founded. It became a country in such and such. Such and such became its capital. And that's about what you got. Now, it took me about 1 minute to say all that? Let me tell you right now, if you wanted to read about a country as a kid, finding the right encyclopedia, if there's an S, make sure you got the S, finding the right page, and reading all that information, it took a while. Now, we can all sit right here on one of these and go anywhere we want to go in the world. Anthony says Encyclopedia Britannica. Absolutely, buddy. Yep. Remember when you first started getting them, Anthony? Ours used to come. We were poor. So we were on the payment plan. I can't remember if they came one encyclopedia a month or if it was 2 a month. But they had a salesman come, door-to-door salesman selling encyclopedias. Anybody ever seen a door-to-door salesman? That's what used to happen. They had door-to-door salesmen come to the door and knock on the door selling encyclopedias. And like I say, we were on the payment plan. I cannot remember if we got 1 encyclopedia a month or 2. I read every one. Yes, the salesman came. Yep. Those encyclopedias opened up a whole new world, didn't they, Anthony? Vermont says, yes, my dog loves the taste of them. But seriously, y'all, some of you older folks in here that remember encyclopedias, it opened up the world to us. It did to me. That was my first adventure, was encyclopedias. And he said, yes, they did. Sonia said, we have them. Yeah, as a kid, that was my first world adventure, was the encyclopedia. There was a Friends episode about encyclopedias. I hear you, Matt. I even own the handyman ones also. How to weld a water pipe, how to fix your drawer. Me too, Sonia. You know, they talk about plagiarizing, Sonia. I used to write down word for word on my book, on my reports. I'd go through the encyclopedia and I'd write down word for word. But back then, all the teachers were trying to do was make sure that you actually read what they wanted you to read. And if you had to write it down, you had to read it. That's where all the book reports come from, the encyclopedia. Could you imagine being the poor teacher grading the darn papers? Every single paper was the exact same thing because everybody had encyclopedias. Their tree is a dogwood. Their bird is a cardinal. Their elevation is such and such. Their average temperature is such and such. All the papers would be the same. Don't do that with a nun for Bible studies. They seem to know it all. I hear you. Guys, give me just a second. I got to take a quick break. I've been sitting here running my mouth and running my mouth and running my mouth. Give me just a minute, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. So to sum up today's conversation, to sum it up, you got to have thick skin on here, y'all. You got to have thick skin on here. If you ain't got thick skin, you get mad. It takes the fun out of it. If you go to a channel and they upset you, just don't go there no more. All these people that come in here and give me thumbs down, if I upset you that much, just don't come. Yeah, these people that come by every day just to give me a thumbs down, I got to admit, you're dedicated. But if you'd rather go somewhere else than sit here and talk about food or talk about the weather or joke and have fun together, if that ain't your cup of tea, then don't come here. Go over there to the drama. TD36. How are you doing today? TD36. I'm not sure who TD36 is, and I got 2 different emojis showing up. I appreciate that thumbs up. But yeah, I'll tell everybody, if you don't like a channel, don't go there. If you got to go there every day just to give that person a thumbs down, then you need to get a life. You need to get a life. Go somewhere else that has drama or fishing or something. I don't do fishing videos. I don't do painting videos. I don't do golf videos. I don't do hunting videos. I don't do farm tractor videos. I don't do none of that stuff. I just get on here and run my mouth. And my last advice I got for you, and then I'm going to drop the subject today, is always be honest. If you're on a live stream or you're on somebody's panel or you're typing in somebody's chat, always be honest. Because there are people that if they hate you, if you say something 2 years ago and you say something different today, they'll go back and check every one of your videos and go back and say, well, he said 2 words different 2 years ago than he said today. So he's a scammer. And don't think that don't happen. It happens. It happens. People take screenshot after screenshot after screenshot after screenshot. There's people out there that go in people's live streams and screenshot the whole dang live stream, people's comments. And then they'll try to use the screenshots against you. So you got to be honest. Don't get on your live stream and say, you know, I used to make $10 million a year. Or I live in a $10 million house. What's up, brother James Guy? How you doing, brother? Yeah, don't get on here and say, oh, I drive a Mercedes Benz. Somebody be on Google zooming in on your house looking to see if you got a Mercedes Benz parked in front of your house. Delio, how you doing? Don't think they won't. If they can find out where your information, and there's a lot of people out here nowadays, y'all, a lot of things you can join that you can pay money, and you can just about find anybody nowadays, y'all. You can just about find anybody. Yeah, I'm like you, Vermont. I got an old worn out Ford, y'all. An old Ford Escape that's what, Vermont, 13 years old, 14, 15 years old, something. I don't even know how old it is. And I got like a 9-year-old Kia Sportage. But if you say something in your live stream or you say something in a chat, somebody somewhere got it on file. They got it on file. Or they'll write down that person's live stream, and when they get time, they'll go back through it. So be careful what you say. Exactly. It's a big difference between a hobby and a lifestyle, TD. Big difference. Big difference between real world and the virtual world. And that goes, a lot of this goes to not just on YouTube, y'all. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all them other places. Whatever, when you hit that button, post, Facebook, wherever you're at, as soon as you hit that button, post, it's out there for the whole world, y'all. It's there for the whole world to see. There ain't no take backs. There ain't no take backs. Oops. Take back. There ain't no take backs. So just be careful. Be careful in the virtual world. It's a great thing. It's a great place to meet a lot of good people. Like I say, you can travel around the world. You can watch a video on how to fix whatever you want to fix. I mean, if you want to know how to change your tire, there's a video on changing your tire. If you want to learn how to unclog your toilet, there's a video about unclogging your toilet. Absolutely, Vermont. But just remember that on that Instagram thing, y'all, I'm telling you, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all that. The second you hit send, it's out there, y'all. Somebody's got it. I mean, look at some of these politicians and people, y'all. They're going back, and these actresses and actors, they're going back to when they were 15 or 16 years old and pulling up tweets that they sent. I was trying to think, what was that one of the first platforms that come out, y'all? My oldest daughter was on that platform. I don't even remember. MySpace. Y'all remember MySpace? That MySpace thing that was out? My oldest daughter had an account on there, and I didn't even know she had it back in the day. MySpace. That was what it was called. Yep, MySpace. Yeah, they're going back and pulling up things on, yearbooks. They're going back and looking at what you wrote in the yearbook, how you dressed in your yearbook photos, and it's something. It's something how things work. What's that old? That just kind of reinforces that old saying. Remember the old saying they used to tell us when we were kids? What goes around comes around. That's probably one of the truest statements my grandfather ever told me. What goes around comes around. That's one of the truest statements I think that I was ever told when I was a kid. Because that statement is alive and well in 2021 just as much as it was in the 1960s. Yeah, what goes around comes around. My grandpa told me that in the 1960s. It's just as true in 2021 as it was back then. And another old saying, and I've told y'all this several times, I'm repeating myself, but don't ever say nothing or type nothing that you wouldn't say or type to your mama. Yeah, if you wouldn't say it to your mama, don't say it to somebody else. A lot of people get mad at me. I say stuff to my mama all the time just to make her laugh. My mama thinks I'm the biggest idiot that ever walked the face of the earth playing on this YouTube like I do. I was talking to my wife last night from sitting in the closet with a long cord phone to a school kid having one in their pocket. Yep. What was that they had back then? The Princess phone? You remember the Princess phone, Vermont? I think mine had like a 35-foot long cord with it. It used to be in the four-way of our front door, but it would reach to the living room, but then it would reach to my bedroom, and I'd have it all the way stretched through my bedroom, back behind my bed to where I could sit on the floor and talk on it. The Princess phone with like a 35-foot cord. Travel Dreamer says, I don't type anything that I wouldn't put on the evening news. Yeah, I don't type or say anything that I wouldn't say to my mama. Like I say, she thinks I'm an idiot. Sometimes she can hear me talking. Most times she can't. She don't hear that good anymore. But yeah, she thinks I'm the biggest idiot in the world. Right? Because I pick at her all the time. A lot of people get mad at me in my live stream when I tell y'all about things that I do to her. But it keeps her on her toes. I mean, she's 82. She can't drive. She can't hardly walk. She'll be in there telling all her family members, you ain't going to believe what he said. A lot of people get mad at me talking about moonshine. I hear you, Travel Dream. My mom and brother watch me. I don't say much. Yes, one of the things in the world sometimes, folks, if she hears me talking about moonshiners, telling y'all about my family being moonshiners, she'll get so mad at me she won't talk to me for a day or two. She gets mad. She's embarrassed by it. I ain't embarrassed about it. It's part of my history. Don't even get me started on history. But that's part of my history. Moonshine. My grandfather, my great uncle. My dad delivered supposedly my real dad delivered moonshine for my grandfather, my mom's daddy. Mama used to deliver their lunch to them every day in a pail to whatever steel site they were working that day. Sonia, I think getting a haircut, but I need to mull it over. Oh my God. Vermont and his dad jokes. Yeah, we can't change our history, y'all. We are who we are. Our history doesn't define us. Our history does not define who we are. Actions define who you are, not your history. History's in the past. Your actions define who you are. I had to, Hillbilly. I hear you. Darn revenuers ran both sides of my family to Indiana, chased them from Alabama and Kentucky. I hear you, Roy. Yeah, if you don't learn your history, it's bound to repeat itself. What I was always taught. If you don't learn from history, then it's bound to repeat itself. Papa Smurf says, Bruce, you're such a cut up. He's something, Papa Smurf. He's something. I don't know what the something is, but he's something. Well, the thing of it is, Roy, everybody did it back in the day. Everybody did it. They made this moonshiner shows. This is one of the biggest hits on TV. I was there. I saw it in living color. I saw it in living color. It dang sure wouldn't have been NASCAR nowadays. Well, maybe somebody would have finally got around to NASCAR, but there was an awful lot of moonshiners in NASCAR. A lot of moonshiners in NASCAR, y'all. Back in the day when NASCAR first started up. A lot of it. Becky's Moonshine family is a family that Laws is about too. Ah, gotcha. Vermont says George Washington was a moonshine. His wife was, Vermont. His wife had the supposedly the original recipe to apple pie. If any of y'all know what apple pie moonshine is, supposedly that was it apple pie or plum bounce? It's either one of the plum recipes or one of the apple recipes came from George Washington's wife. That a lot of those moonshiners use to this day that come from back then. I have George's moonshine recipe here somewhere. I got you. I hear you, Vermont. But yeah, you stop and think about it, y'all. Back in those days, back in the 1930s, got a wife and 13 kids to feed. Could you imagine that? Get up one morning, everybody's sitting there for breakfast, and you look and you start counting and the wife, and you start counting the kids, and you got 13 kids, a wife, and yourself. That's 15 people. Old Moonshine Martha. I hear you, brother. Yeah, you look around, next thing you know, you got 13 kids and a wife you got to feed. Talking about an eye-opener. You ain't got no cable TV to watch, nothing else to watch. You're like, ooh, Lord, I got to do something to make some money. I'd like to announce that next week I'm going to be serious on this live stream. Well, don't come next week then. Don't come if you're going to be serious. Ain't no fun if you're serious. It ain't no fun if you're serious. Well, Travel Dreamer, most of that was not necessarily moonshine. It was a lot. Most of the mafia stuff came in through the Great Lakes into Chicago. It came from Canada. It was Canadian whiskey. But most of the stuff back in the day came from Canada through Chicago. Is where the mafia got most of that. I don't even give it a day. Yeah, they didn't have no cable TV. They didn't have no internet. They didn't have nothing. No electricity. I guess that's how you end up with 13 kids. Yeah, I guess that's how you wake up one morning and you start counting around the darn handmade picnic in the dining room that you made, and you count and you count again and you count again and say, oh my God, 13. I got to stop this. Got you, Travel Dream. Yeah, instant farm hands. You're right, Anthony. Yep, it was instant farm hands. Instant cow milkers. Picking apples, picking grapes to make muscadine wine and applejack. Grow enough corn, put them out there hoeing and raising corn and picking corn to make the moonshine. Yeah, there was a method. I guess there was a method to the madness, or maybe the method came after the madness. If you wake up one day and look and you got a wife and 13 kids, Maybe that was the madness that made you come up with a method. Exactly, Roy. Wives were wore out. Yeah, they were innovators, travel dreamer. Sonia says, I could lie, but then you'd know I was lying. Vermont said, not good when you had enough kids to have both sides of a ball game. Yeah. But yeah, I would venture to think at one point the madness made you put the old thinking cap on and come up with a method to help get you out of the madness you were in. Becky's grandparents had 23 kids. Her other grandparents had 19. Now, on my grandfather's side, there was only, I don't remember how many for sure. I know my Papa Nick's had one brother, but I don't know if he had any sisters or not. But now when he came along, Papa Nick's, my mom's daddy, they had 13. Well, they had 13, but the twins passed away at an early age. It was 13 total, but the twins died very young. And my grandmother died very, very young. Yeah, I never knew my grandmother. She died before I was born. We had to get our kids to date outside of the country just to find out a different gene pool. I Roy, that's the way it was up home, dude. You just kin to everybody within 4 or 5 counties. I tell everybody, and I'm not ashamed of it. But I ended up marrying my third cousin. My first wife was my third cousin. Yeah, my first wife ended up being, she was my third cousin. Somewhere way back in our family history, somebody married somebody and we were third cousins. That's a true story. My first wife was my third cousin. And the sad thing is, people that lived up at the county line or the state line between North Carolina and Tennessee or North Carolina and Virginia, hell, they were kin to half the people in one state and half the people in the other state back then. There ain't no getting around that. Maybe that's why everybody traveled west back in the day. They were trying to find their kids a husband or a wife that they wasn't kin to. The joke is, me and my sister are cousins now because she married Becky's cousin. There you go. Everybody up home used to call it branch kin. Everybody's branch kin. But that's the way it is. I mean, how many people y'all know that sit here on YouTube on a live stream and admit that they married his third cousin? Me. That's a fact. A true fact. True story. Dude, it's 91 and mostly cloudy here right now. 91 and mostly cloudy right now. Yeah, I don't know how to do much of nothing else, Travel Dream. I don't know how to do a lot of BS, and that's just the way it is. But if you trace it back through religion, we all came from the same place to start with, y'all. We all came from the same place to start with. Never mind, it's 79. Yeah, it's 91 here and mostly cloudy. But yeah, we all come from the same place. Nobody ever wants to talk about that, though. Nobody ever wants to talk about that. Yeah, my mama gets mad at me all the time because I'll tell her that. In case y'all hadn't figured out yet, my mama is really, 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 really religious, and I can always tell when she's upset at me because she'll be sitting there in there with her Bible. I noticed today she got upset at me at dinner last night, and all day she's been sitting in there in her recliner, and she got her Bible in her lap. Not the little one either. She got the big one. She got the big Bible in her lap. So she must have really got mad at me last night. She broke out the big guns today. It's been in her lap all day long today. So she must have really got upset last night. But she gets upset at me when I talk about that. But you got to keep her on her toes. I got to keep her on her toes. Keep her old mind working. Keep her mind working. And keep her on her toes. But that's just the way it goes, folks. That's just the way it goes. But anyway, guys, I guess I need to get off from here. It's 5 o'clock. She was mad at me about what I was going to fix her for dinner last night. I don't get that close, Vermont. I don't get that close. Yeah, I don't get within swinging distance, Vermont. I'm afraid one of these days I'm going to walk by and she's going to point it at me and a lightning bolt's going to come out. Yeah, I'll walk by the recliner and she's going to point it at me and a big old lightning bolt's going to come out and hit me right in the butt. Yeah, I stay out of whacking difference. Is it okay if I call you a friend? I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, the first time a lightning bolt comes out and hits me in the butt, I know I'm in trouble then. I'm really in trouble then. But anyway, guys, it's 5:01. It's after 5 o'clock. It's a Friday afternoon, Friday evening. I know you guys got things to do other than sit here and listen to me run my mouth any longer. And I got to try to figure out what to do for dinner tonight, so I don't get the thread of the Bible all day again tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys coming. As far as I know, I'll be live the weekend, but I don't know about Monday yet, y'all. I got to take her for one of them things where they go down her throat, and I call it rotor-rooter. They're going to rotor-rooter her throat, I think. I think it's they're going to rotor-rooter her throat. Either that, they're just going to look and see if they got to do the rotor-rooter on her throat. I don't know what the real name is for it, but I call it rotor-rooting. Rotor-rooter. But anyway, guys, I appreciate everybody. I hope everybody has a great weekend. If I don't see some of y'all this weekend, I hope y'all have fun. Enjoy yourselves. And be safe out there, guys. Be safe with this mess going on. And remember, always be good to yourself and be good to each other. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank y'all. Appreciate you.